Hey there everybody, Yoda Chick here. How's everybody doing this beautiful October Saturday? Beautiful weather here in Eastern North Carolina. I'm getting out here with my 2024 TRD Pro 4Runner. Getting ready to do the 5,000 mile oil change on her. I did a 1,000 mile oil change on her a while back, so this will be my second oil change. I like to do the break-in oil change. I'm almost at 5,000 miles, 4,700. I'll probably be at that 5,000 mark next weekend, but I got a lot going on, so I decided to go ahead and jump on it this weekend. For those of you that do have either TRD off-road or the Pro, you got the skid plate there, so you will need a 14 millimeter socket wrench to get that skid plate off. It could be kind of a bear. Just watch out, it's very heavy. And then you will need a 12 millimeter socket wrench to get the little guard off the drain pan and the drain pan plug. And then a oil filter housing wrench works really well. For me here, I do actually have the aluminum oil filter housing that a lot of people like to change out to. Here it is. When you do that, you do have to replace with your OEM this little filter thing inside the housing with your OEM one, because this one is short. You'll be able to see that once you pull it out. And then also you got to remember to take off your OEM housing, the bottom plug there, and put it on the aluminum one, because it will leak, and that's no good. My brother forgot to do that on his Tacoma, and he had a little oil leakage. It was fine. He caught it very early, but it's easy to kind of forget and just slap the filter on inside and plug it up in there. So I do have the filter and a crush ring, and then the two O-rings. I typically do not use the small O-ring because I don't worry about draining the actual oil filter housing out, so I don't undo that that bottom pin, but I will be putting it on if I do decide to change this oil filter housing out. I just haven't quite decided yet, because since mine is so new, the plastic one is just fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but if it looks like, you know, whenever I have a problem getting it off, or it gets stripped or cracked or kind of whatever, I might end up changing it. But for now, I think I'm just going to keep the aluminum one as a backup for just in casesies. But I'm going to take a look at it and see how it looks. Also just kind of going to inspect the bottom here and see how she's doing and make sure there's no leakage or nothing going on. I have taken her off-road a few times to the beach, so I'm just going to inspect to see where I've got some sand and where maybe the sand kind of gets, and clean her up a little bit, wipe her down. I have been, you know, power washing the undercarriage and the frame whenever I come back from the beach, so I have been doing that. I plan on actually going out to the beach tomorrow. Excited. It's beautiful here in Eastern North Carolina. I know a lot of other places aren't so fortunate. Praying for all the hurricane victims and all the southeast, but mostly Western North Carolina. Really thinking about them right now. There's still a lot going on there. So for me, I use Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. I know a lot of people hate on Pennzoil, but it's just what I've been using for a long time, and it's worked for me. The 4.0 V6 of the 4Runner, as you know, it'll take 6.6 liter or quarts of oil, so make sure you have plenty of that. Make sure that your oil pan that you're going to be draining your oil into is large enough to catch 6.6 quarts of oil, because you don't want to be in that conundrum where you fill up your oil pan and then you're kind of like spilling oil everywhere. So that's not good. I did buy this neat little funnel that will screws on right there into your thing, so you're not spilling oil everywhere, because with these big jars, to me it's very awkward to try to pour it in there. Another thing I am going to be doing here at 5,000 miles is rotating the tires. I'm going to see if that helps. I know everything. I do have the Toyo Care where you can go get this routine maintenance done, but I am so nervous to take my 4Runner anywhere near a dealer at this point with all the horror stories I've heard. So I'm going to be doing that next weekend. I did buy a 3-ton jack and 3-ton jack stands to help with that, so I'll be showing you guys that. That'll be fun. And I did also buy some some non-marring sockets, 21mm socket to go on there so that you don't mess up the paint, because these wheels, as we know, are hard to keep clean, very hard to keep clean. So anyways, yeah, I'm just going to kind of be documenting the fun stuff with our 4Runners that we got going on. Excited to take it off roading again tomorrow and go from there, and then doing the tires. I do, these are just stock tires, 265 70 17s, but I would like to maybe upgrade eventually. And I do have the little steering wheel wobble from like 55 miles an hour to 65 miles an hour. For me, it only happens in the morning, like on my first drive of the morning when the wheels are cold, and it only goes on for about 3 minutes. It's not very bad, and then once the tires warm, it seems to go away, and then I don't really have it in the afternoon. It's just that first couple of minutes in the morning. So I think it is something with my tires. If it doesn't go away or gets worse with this tire rotation that I'm going to do next week, and I will take her in to get that road force balance everybody talks about. That's supposed to help. So anyways, I'm going to get to it before it gets too late. Peace out.